In the early 16th century, two powerful empires stood face to face, each claiming divine legitimacy and each seeking dominance over the Islamic world. On one side was the mighty Ottoman Empire, led by Sultan Selim I, known as Selim the Grim, a ruler determined to expand his empire's frontiers and secure Sunni Islam. On the other side stood the fiery and charismatic Shah Ismail I, founder of the Safavid dynasty, and a devout Shia Muslim who saw himself as the spiritual leader of the entire region. But this battle was not merely political. It was a war rooted in ideology, faith, and the struggle for hegemony in the Islamic world. The Safavids, originating in Persia, had spread their influence deep into Anatolia. Their Shia propaganda had found fertile ground among the Turkish Kizilbash tribes, followers who saw Shah Ismail as a messianic figure. To the Ottomans, this was a direct challenge. Not only did it threaten their territorial integrity, but it also struck at the heart of their Sunni authority. In response, Sultan Selim launched a calculated military campaign. His goal? Crush the Safavid threat once and for all. His army was large, disciplined, and most importantly, armed with heavy artillery and firearms, a decisive advantage in early modern warfare. Shah Ismail, confident from previous victories and backed by fierce Kizilbash warriors, marched his army toward the Ottomans. But he underestimated Selim's preparation. The armies finally met on August 23, 1514, on the Chaldiran plain in what is today eastern Turkey. The Safavid army, though passionate and brave, relied heavily on traditional cavalry charges. The Ottomans, however, had brought cannons and matchlock muskets, transforming the battlefield into a deadly trap. As the Kizilbash charged, the Ottoman guns roared. Safavid cavalry was cut down in waves. The sound of artillery echoed across the plain. Chaos reigned. Shah Ismail himself fought valiantly but was wounded and forced to flee the battlefield. The battle was a crushing defeat for the Safavids. They lost thousands of men, their morale shattered. The Ottomans captured Tabriz, the Safavid capital, though they could not hold it long due to stretched supply lines. Still, the psychological blow was devastating for Shah Ismail, who withdrew from active political life and never led another military campaign. Beyond the immediate result, Chaldiran changed the Middle East forever. It established Ottoman military dominance, not just in Anatolia, but across the Islamic world. Their use of gunpowder weapons demonstrated the future of warfare. The traditional cavalry charges of the Safavids were no match for disciplined ranks of infantry and well-positioned artillery. The battle also solidified the Sunni-Shia divide. What had once been a rivalry of power became a hardened sectarian line. The Safavids would enforce Shiism in Persia with renewed intensity, while the Ottomans entrenched their role as Sunni protectors. This confrontation indirectly influenced political alliances for centuries. European powers like the Habsburgs and the Portuguese would often support the Safavids to weaken the Ottomans, marking the beginning of sectarian geopolitics as a strategic tool. Even culturally, the aftermath left scars. The Kizilbash, once confident and dominant, were shaken. Ismail's divine status among his followers faded. The myth of the invincible warrior king was shattered by the reality of cannons and musket balls. In the long arc of history, the Battle of Chaldiran was more than a clash of swords and gunpowder. It was a pivotal moment where faith met firepower and empire met empire, setting the course for centuries of conflict, diplomacy, and division in the Islamic world. History is full of shadows, secrets, and forgotten voices, and we're here to bring them back to life. If this story moved you, imagine what else waits to be uncovered. From ancient fortresses to whispered legends, each tale holds power. So if you crave more journeys into the mysterious and the true, don't forget to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe. because some stories deserve to be told again.